Hello again, everyone. Scoons Comics here with another exciting, oh so thrilling comic book haul. Yes, howdy. How are you all doing today? It is Monday. I am not at work today. I had one of those weekends that was just super busy. Just nothing bad. It was all great. Just a lot of activities going on, and I had some PTO to burn before I lost it at the end of the year. And I said, hey, Monday. Monday is a good day not to be at work, to be here in the comic room. That is so messy, and it's just always going to be messy. But you only see from here. Here. Man. So I pretended like it was the 90s. I have my t-shirt, my flannel, as if I've gone into the comic shop at 1995. Had more hair then. But I was organizing, cleaning some things up, and I realized I have a pretty big stack of stuff here that I haven't shown you guys yet, so I'm going to do that. So that's exciting, huh? Isn't that nice? I'm going to have some coffee. Captain Strangelife, one of my favorite channels, he's always got a beverage going on, so he usually prepares a beverage on camera. I love it. Love him to death. So I have my little morning coffee here. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. All right, first of all, I don't think I showed any of this stuff before, but frankly, I'm too lazy to go back and look at my old videos. Also, I don't want to see this. So if I showed you this, I apologize. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby months ago, and the wife and I finished it. Check this out. So it is a puzzle, and it's all Golden Age stuff. It's all public domain stuff. But that's really cool, right? You got the kids reading the comics. I saw this and I knew I had to pick it up. So the wife and I worked on this. The kids helped, and we finished it a while ago. And it's just been sitting in our living room because I'd realized I wanted to glue it together and frame it. And I thought it'd be a nice piece in the comic room, maybe in the actual house proper. I like to sneak some comic book crap into the regular house decor when I can, and then my wife seems to like this piece, so we'll see. But it's just been sitting on a card table forever, and I finally bought the puzzle glue and put it all together, and I gotta get a frame. But if you got your local Hobby Lobby, pick this sucker up. That's pretty nifty, right? I think so. Okay. My never-ending quest to always be collecting things that are Death of Superman or the Batman Nightfall saga, two of my favorite storylines. I have the storyline proper in comic book form, so now I just keep buying all these oddball pieces. I got Comic Buyer's Guide here, issue, I don't know, August 93, featuring Batman as his new incarnation with his wacky 90s costume. Is that a Mike Manley cover? Yes, it is. Mike Manley's signature there in the corner. Just cool stuff. Anything about this storyline I like to pick up. I think I paid like $4 for this. Then I found so Hero magazine, Hero Illustrated was like not Wizard magazine, but very similar to Wizard magazine in the 90s. And they did a Batman special right around the time of the Nightfall storyline. Great Kelly Jones cover here. A lot of cool Batman information, a lot of historical pieces. But then, that same month, in Hero Illustrated number 4, Kelly Jones did this really grotesque, but fine in the Kelly Jones style Bane cover. And then, see, you put them together. Oh, snap, look at that. It's like a prince. It's like a poster. So I didn't know that was a thing, and I found them both online dirt cheap, and I picked them up. I also have the Previews edition, Previews catalog from June 93. Again, Previews. Just recently went out of business. A lot of problems there. But this was the catalog that you would order all your comic books at the comic shop. And this is just another great Kelly Jones cover here talking about Batman right before the the Nightfall series. There's a great interview in here with Dennis O'Neil. There's a great piece with Joe Quesada, who designed, let's see if I can find this real quick, who designed the Batman costume, the new Batman costume. And I'm scared to flip through this too much, because I got nothing better than looking at my head while I flip through the magazine. Come on, where is it? Well, I gotta be a jerk, magazine. All right, where is this interview? I don't want to waste anybody's time anymore. Never mind. It's in here somewhere. There's a nice piece from him. It's a cool piece. I like finding these things. Goodness gracious. Okay, the majority of everything else is from good old half-price books, because I'm obsessed with half-price books, and they just keep showing up. More and more books popping up at my half-price books. I went, this is a couple weeks ago now, I went, and the lady that is in charge of all the comics, I caught her eye as soon as I walked in, and she says, "Hey, like any new goodies?" She's like, "Yes, we just got a bunch of Secret Wars comics in." And I'm like, "Oh, Secret Wars." I didn't know if she meant like new stuff or like the 80s. But, you know, maybe first black Spider-Man costume in there, first alien symbiote. Marvel Secret Wars #8. And I said, "Okay, oh yeah." She's like, "I haven't put them out yet." I'm like, "Oh, well, can I look? Maybe I'll get a steal." And I'm going through these, and yes, it's the old miniseries, but she's pulled out that nice key. It has it sitting for $200. I don't need that. As I'm looking at these books at their counter, another gentleman next to me is selling some stuff, and he's got his little kid with him, his little boy, and the little boy is out looking at toys and books and everything. And he runs up to his dad as I'm thumbing through comics, and he has 2 comics in hand. And he says, "Dad, can I buy these comics?" And as soon as I hear the word comics, my head snaps around. And he's got 2 issues of Superman. Just 90s Superman, but I'll be damned if one of those books wasn't a DC Universe logo variant, and it's my nightmare scenario. Oh my gosh. There's books. This kid has one. It was a very common one. I don't remember what it was. I think it was an Action Comics something or other. That was not very valuable, but still very cool. So I quickly finished going through those books, the Secret Wars, and beelined it over to the regular comics. And by God, they had a bunch of books there, several DCU books that I did not own, several that I did. I bought them all because I'm a crazy person. But here's just the stuff that I did not already have in my collection. Superboy #20, featuring this great Green Lantern Kyle Rayner cover. DCU logo. Awesome. I'm such a crazy person for those books. Green Lantern 59, another DCU book. I love this Green Lantern series, by the way. Steel #11. Not the best of shape. These black covers always get some wear and tear. But these are all $2, so heck yeah. And Steel #14. And this is the Supergirl mini-series #2. So that's, anytime I can find those books is great. I've had a real windfall lately. I'll go months finding nothing, have to get stuff on eBay, and then every so often I'll just get a ton of them just flying in. Then I picked up stuff that I just want to read. Isn't that crazy? Comic books that I just might enjoy reading. This is Star Trek #19, which I have never picked up any of these IDW Star Trek books, but I like Star Trek. And I was listening to a podcast interview with Tom King, and he was talking about how great these Star Trek books are, written by 2 people, last names of Kelly and Lanzig. I don't know who they are at all, but I saw this book, and I said, well, this looks like it's part 1 of a series. I'm going to pick it up and see if I like it. Sometimes, just pick up a comic book because you think you might like it. See if it's any good, especially if you can get it on a discount. I'm going to do this with my hands. Same kind of thinking. I keep hearing that Philip Kennedy Johnson has done some really good work on Superman, and I've read none of it. So I found these in the discount bin for $1 each. This is Action Comics 1053. Crazy as that sounds. And then I also found 1054. Superman versus Metallo. I'm on board. Man, I was a big baseball card fan growing up. A little kid till I was hit my teen years. And my favorite player was Nolan Ryan. And so when I found Nolan Ryan #1, the unauthorized biography, well, I had to pick that up. I haven't thumbed through this yet. How's this look? This does not look the prettiest. Oh, look at that. Look at Nolan. His Mets days. I don't know. Remember about a dozen videos ago I said I was only going to be picking up key books and really going to focus my collection in? Nolan Ryan. I like things. I like to own things. I don't know. Man, I bought this for the kid just because he's a Sonic fan, but he really didn't have that much interest in these books. But I know these are hard to find. Sonic Archie Comics 182. Anytime I find Sonic Archie, I'm going to pick it up, even in this crappy condition. Worst case, I give it to the kids at Halloween. Best case, these Archie books are hard to find. These things will go for money on eBay, not trillions of dollars. But man, people really try to hunt these down. So this is really the first one I found in the wild. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, Archie. Archie Sonic. I love last issues of series. I picked up Marvel Feature #7, featuring Red Sonja and Conan. This book's pretty beat up, but it is a beautiful Bronze Age comic. And for $2, I needed it. More coffee. We're just going to ramble on for this video. As it's Monday, and I'm not at work. Action Comics from the New 52, #9. This was the first cover appearance, I think, of this Superman, or maybe the second. I don't know. It's Grant Morrison and Gene Ha. I really enjoyed Gene Ha's art. I knew this was a pseudo key at one point in time. Couple bucks, I picked it up. I've been at half price really wanting to find stuff because there's not been many shows in my area this year. I haven't seen anything at the comic shop that I want to pick up that's vintage. So it's really half price, and I do what I got to do. Always buying my Death of Superman comics, even though I have my complete set. A lot of air quotes today. But this was a condition upgrade for me. Justice League America, #70. Newsstand edition with the barcode. The nice wrap around here. The black cover's looking really good. Usually that's got fingerprints on it. So I picked it up. Man. Don't judge me. And then Superman 81 newsstand. I knew I needed a nicer copy and picked that up. Man, Dan Jurgens' art is just beautiful. Beautiful. Here's another wacky book that I just wanted to read. I'm still 2 issues away from completing my Atlas Comics collection. I need 2 issues of Vicky. God, issues 2 and 3, maybe? I'm not sure. But I remember in the 2010, 2011, Atlas made a comeback. God, so many air quotes. I'm sorry, I'll stop. No more air quotes. They made a comeback with Martin Goodman's grandson, I think Jonathan Goodman, starting the company again. So this was Wolf, formerly Wolf the Barbarian, #1. And yeah, I don't know a whole lot about this. I don't think this lasted but an issue or 2 itself. Probably less than the other Atlas line, but I'm intrigued, so I picked this up. I've yet to read it. It's in my giant stack / long box of stuff I need to read. I'll check that out. All right, what else we got here? Oh man, this was, I just had to pick this up because it looks so fun. I love the old What If comics from Marvel. What If #9? What if the X-Men died on their first mission? Look at Xavier. Look at them. The X-Men are dead, and I killed them. The melodrama, the pathos. Those are just fun. I don't know how you're a comic fan and you see something like that and don't just want to pick it up and read it. You have to. And then I picked this up. I have one of these already, but this is a beat up copy that I'll just throw on my spinner rack that I keep just if I want to grab something to read real quick, or if we had kids over and they want to read something. Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. I don't know what this is, like one of these 4-color whatever issue. I don't know. But I love the Scarecrow. The Scarecrow is an obscure Disney series from the 60s. And I just always really enjoyed it. And I'm happy to have this lovely issue of Scarecrow. Don't make me sing the theme song. I picked this up because it was hot at one point in time and it was only $1. Champions #1. Got some first appearances in here, I think. I don't know. I hate the artwork on that. Ramos. Ugh. I love this series so much, so I found the first issue. I have this all collected in like the trades. Black Science #1 from Rick Remender. Cool book. It's a little dirty because it's a white cover. But then this was another book that was in there just loose. And when I got it home, I realized there's a big cut right there at the top. I don't know if that shows up, but yeah, there it is. So, you know, somebody thumbed through it and ripped it, but oh well. Guess I should look a little closer. I picked up Predator #1 just because there's been a lot of Predator talk lately. This isn't the first issue from the Dark Horse series that's worth some money, but this is written by Ed Brisson. Not sure how his last name is pronounced. But he did a Ghost Rider run a few years ago that I really enjoyed, so Predator #1. I'm really trying to find things to read with Marvel. Like, I'm pretty much exclusively buying new books from DC anymore, which is very few books anyway. But I like to at least read something from Marvel, but it's a real mess to me right now. So, you know, if I find stuff cheap, when it's just a few months old or a year old, I try to pick that up and give it a read, see if it's any good. I picked this up just strictly for the artwork. X-Men Blue, #36. Mike Allred cover. Mike and Laura Allred, the Allreds, some of my favorite art team. Look at that book. It looks beautiful. I love it. And then I found these 3 books, which I already have, but it's the first appearance of Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern. Green Lantern 48. His appearance, last page cameo, him on the beach. His little swim trunks, his girlfriend Alex. Terrible first appearance, but that's first appearance. Got that for a couple of bucks. And issue 49. Iconic cover with all the rings. Seen that homaged many times. And then Green Lantern 50. Glow-in-the-dark cover. Kyle Rayner with a proper cameo in his Green Lantern costume. Very cool stuff. That Green Lantern show is coming out next year, and I'm sure Kyle Rayner will pop up at some point in time. Boy, and last but not least, I got all these goodies, which are my obsession with variants that are just slightly different. So I'll show you the regular version, and then I'll show you the slightly different one, because I'm crazy. And I like to make my kids guess the difference, because they think I'm nuts. So this is Flash 94 from the 90s. Mike Wingaro cover. And here it is again, but it's the second print. Roman numeral 2, red Flash logo. Oh man, different but the same. Why do I want these? I don't know, but I instantly saw the second print and I was like, oh, there was a second print of that? I should pick it up. Why? I don't know, but I like the 90s DC stuff when they do second printings like that. I just do. And then I had this. I didn't get this one at half price. This was gifted to me years ago. Superman 75 Millennium Edition. It's the direct No, I'm sorry. You know what? I had the newsstand edition online, but then I needed the direct sales edition. So I picked that up off eBay. So yay, same dang book, slightly different. I make the kids look at it like Where's Waldo, or like a highlights magazine, like spot the difference. And my son's like, direct sales? I'm like, yeah. He's like, but it's the same book? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, Dad. Like, he's ready to put me in a home already. It's not good. It's a problem. Those books are going to slide right off there. And last, but man, certainly not least, I could not believe my luck in finding this. I had this book, of course, Captain America 197, Jack Kirby cover. When Jack Kirby, the creator of Captain America, came back to Marvel in the 70s, 1977, I believe, 76. This lovely issue, only 25 cents. This sucker was just loose in there. Same issue, 30-cent price variant. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. So, for those of you who don't know, Marvel in the 70s released these price variants to certain markets, test markets, to see if the books would still sell in that market. If they could then justify, hey, it sold for 30 cents in Hoboken, New Jersey. By God, here we go. Everything's going to be 30 cents now. So I've never seen one of these in the wild. I've bought a couple of these things. I think I found just on eBay. But to just find one in the wild for $2, that is so cool. And it was just loose. No backing board, no nothing. I don't know what this even goes for. I want to say like $30, $40. But man, that's why I dig for this stuff. You never know what you're going to find. That's so cool. I don't know why I dig these little variants, but man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm very, very, very excited to have that. And I think, yeah, that's all I got this time, guys. Wow. Longer video. I just kept rambling on today, didn't I? But that's what I got here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what's up. Thank you. All right, I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.